Today's episode of the Federation's Finest podcast is brought to you by The House, the feature film, now streaming on Tubi. After a freak accident and a night out drinking leaves two of their friends dead, the lives of 6 teens are changed forever with the discovery of a mysterious revive serum that can bring one of their dead back to life, but only one. Now torn into multiple groups and fighting amongst each other, these teens must decide who they are, what they believe in, and what truly is the value of a life. Stream The House, directed by Miles Ross, now on Tubi for free, or head to thehousefeature.com or at thehousefeature on Instagram to learn more. That is thehousefeature.com or at thehousefeature on Instagram to learn more. Hello and welcome to the Federation's Finest. Walking on my own, leaving you behind. You were crying out that you need to speak your mind. I'm your host, Miles. I'm a filmmaker from Seattle, but I'm also a big mech fan. I grew up on Gurren Lagann. I'm currently watching through Gal Geiger and Padalabor with my brother, but I'm a die-hard Gundam fan at heart. With this show, I'm here to lead 3 Gundam newbies through the series and see if we can figure out what this giant robot thing is all about. We'll be covering the series in my own special order, emulating but not quite following the experience of discovering the show on Toonami or the internet in the early 2000s. On today's episode, we're covering Mobile Suit Gundam episodes 10, 11, and 12. Gentlemen, I think we're about a third through the series now. If you want to watch along with us, you should go watch those. Who else do we got here with me today?
Traveling 32 years to be in your pocket, it's Tom. You need to call it either heads or tails, and I can't call it for you. I now have definitive proof that Miles can't and will never find the soil. There's not enough soil. There never will be enough soil. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Find Soil Gate, boys. Answer Soil Gate.
So glad you could finally get that out of the way. With that, I'm your local space cowboy Leo, one of the said Gundam newbies, currently on my own watching halfway through Gundam 00 after finishing Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Yeah!
And really just here to spread the good name of the God Emperor of Mankind and prove that this is just Warhammer 40k in a different flavor.
It's me, Kenneth or Kenny. Kind of familiar with the series, only finished one spin-off show. Or maybe 2, Gundam 00 and then G Gundam. Just those 2 for now. And we've gone past to the point where I kind of don't know where this series is kind of going. From the previous knowledge I had.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it is a pleasure having you here today. Just a note for y'all and the audience, my voice isn't going to sound as pristine as usual. I'm at my parents' house on the other side of the country rather than my own studio at home with my nice condenser microphone. So bear with me a little bit. Bear with any sound issues this episode. It is what it is. Gentlemen, I hope you are here to talk about the misfortune of your birth. We have a fun bunch of episodes here incoming today. I've showed you all the memes, but this is going to be meme heavy. This is going to be a lot of things heavy, but it's going to be some good discussion. A few other notes. Mr. Leo.
Howdy.
You are about halfway through Gundam 00 after finishing Iron-Blooded Orphans. And I mentioned before all of you were close to ranking up. So it is with pleasure that with the power vested in me as your great Grand Admiral, Supreme Commander, Miles of whatever, that I am happy to promote you to the rank of Lance Corporal. Our first Lance Corporal of this podcast.
Shit.
Yes, applause, and Star Wars
peasants.
Ceremony music we can all totally hear right now. With this does come a perk of its own, as does every rank. You now have the ability to suggest one song to be used as a quote in the intro. You can suggest one song quote. Only rules is
You have given me so much power you do not understand, sir.
so it has to be non-vulgar. I can always veto it and max 2 lines. Besides that,
Damn it!
go nuts.
Ooh.
Go nuts. Yeah, I can't have you.
All right,
singing
now
that
I can get it. I know.
I can't.
All
We
right,
can't.
all right.
Well, I mean, I'll always be reading it. This is stuff that you make me read. I just can't have us singing that one or saying that one Nirvana song as our intro. Besides that, you got carte blanche. So if you want to start a list, sometimes I'll use mine, sometimes I'll use yours. But you have that ability, and the rest of y'all, you got some catching up to do. Last few things before we get going, because I know we're already getting low on time. Kenny, your episodes are going to be a little different after episode, starting with episode 15 because of what we talked about before. So your 16 is going to be our 15. Leo sent me some. And please keep a list, Leo. Keep a list and tell me what. We'll start next time. But with that, gentlemen, we have a fun bunch of episodes today. But before we get started, we're going to zoom a little bit to the end of episode 12. Does anyone remember how episode 12 ended off the top of their heads?
Off the top, no.
Zeon, or no, Giran is trying to gas up all of Zeon, essentially.
Yeah, he's given a speech with the funeral of his dear perished brother that he clearly loves wholeheartedly. Let me make sure.
Yeah,
clearly. He loves him and isn't trying to use him. All right, make sure you peep up my shared screen here, boys. But did that speech look familiar to anyone? Mobile Suit Gundam Episode 12, airing June 23rd, 1979. Did that seem familiar? Anyone remember this speech from anywhere?
I feel like this is going to get very Heisenfeigen very quickly.
All right, well, let's take a little zoom
We're talking
forward.
Gundam, yeah, Origin, but
Let's take a little zoom
other than that,
forward.
no.
Oh, fuck. This speech.
Oh.
で、第8小隊の隊長はあの人です。
Interesting.
So it's from 8th MS team.
Okay, so there's our timeline on that.
こりゃジオンの親玉じゃねえか。今始まりなのだ。地球連邦に比べ何言ってやがんでジオンめ。けど噂じゃいよいよ総攻撃が始まるって話だぞ。
そうとも、ジオンなんか俺たちが地球から追い出してる。
Definitely hits different in Japanese.
The line of we're gonna get them off our Earth, which are they from off Earth, or is that just
who
like we
says
think
that?
we own it, so we're gonna kick them off?
Who says it?
It's there's a broadcast at the end with the
Zeon.
I think yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the broadcast.
Miles, how
Yeah,
dare
and
you
one
use
of
me
the
against
soldiers
me?
around the TV. I'm assuming.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a
This is
guy
unacceptable.
on TV with some, I don't know, some purple-haired loser behind him. And, I mean, Giran, well, the guy on the TV, Giran, I'll just say his name there, he does say it in his speech. He says, Zeon, or Zeon, which is
About as subtle as a brick to the head.
very,
You're right.
yeah. What do y'all feel about that?
Of course.
Do you
Salt and
feel
love
like
matter, yeah.
they're like that is what wherever they are from is like, just like their culture, their society?
Probably not.
Okay.
These are obviously leading questions, Miles.
Oh well,
Yeah, right.
There is no such thing as a coincidence.
I've had this planned out
Miles.
for a while. Yes.
I mean, yeah.
The
So
loop finally closed.
Is it fun knowing every card that's in the deck? Is it fun? Is it fun for you to play this game and watch us try and find out what the rules are while you sit there and giggle? Is my pain fun to you?
You guys,
I mean, didn't we sign up for this?
before we started this podcast,
guess.
I asked you to roll a perception check. You may have rolled a tad too low for what we're doing, but it works out all good. No, I'm kidding. So, what date is it? Did anyone catch the date?
October 6th, 0079.
It is October 6th, 0079.
Oh,
the
boy.
date of the first episode of the 8th MS team, but more importantly, the first time on the record we have mass-produced Federation mobile suits. This, however, brings us to a problem, because
This makes no sense.
original Mobile Suit Gundam heavily implies
Oh no.
that there
Yep.
is
Wait a
only
minute.
the RX-78 Gundam, the
Here
gun
comes the
tank,
resource question.
and the gun cannon, which starts September 18th.
It's not even the
0079.
soil anymore.
It doesn't even
Not
make
even the
sense.
soil.
It is now October
So-
6th. So, how the hell did the Earth Federation build hundreds of thousands, possibly millions, of mobile suits to go to war with Zeons and the Zeon and
That's
Company in the span of 3 weeks?
I don't think a
Space
soapbox
magic.
is going to be big enough for him.
This is a question that has puzzled many a Gundam fans and gets many people worked up. By the way, I have literally a speech written out, so please interject with comments. I'll keep going by the speech.
Space magic.
It literally doesn't seem any possible, no matter how much you put it.
Welcome to a presentation by Miles Ross. When did the Earth Federation get mobile suits? Let me just check and make sure I'm still recording. Yes, we are. All right, cool. The answer is how the
They
hell
didn't.
They didn't, dummy.
Duh.
Operation British, the colony drop on Australia, and the beginning of the war was January 10th, 0079. That was the 1-week battle when Char destroyed 5 battleships at the Battle of Loon. Mobile Suit Gundam begins September 18th. They've been building mobile suits for 9 months. Operation V, Project V sometimes called, was just the first one out. The earliest we know of suits that saw combat were experimental models deployed around August of 0079, which is a month before the show starts. That prototype space type GM, that's actually the wrong one on screen, but the one that our good man Samson Sanders was piloting in the first episode of the 8th MS team was one of those. But that's this one right here. I forgot to add a slide for that. Besides that, the Project V suits, the Operation V suits, the gun tank, the gun cannon, and our titular Gundam were certainly the first combat-ready mobile suits anyone has seen or ever known about, starting with September 19th, 0079, in that attack on Side 7 that we saw on the first episode of Gundam. Now, there's a question you may be asking. What the hell were they waiting for?
Probably not.
What the hell was, by the way, that the Operation V was led by Amuro's dad, Tim Ray, and that development team we saw in the credits of Gundam The Origin. What the hell was the Earth Federation and Anaheim Electronics, a company behind these mobile suits, waiting on? Any guesses?
Manovsky?
Was the combat data from the Gundam's computer, which they now
No,
have a load of. So
I don't accept that.
they basically had all these mobile suits that were in development and ready to go. Around October 6th is when they finally had enough ready to go to start being deployed. But the data from Amuro's computer was the first mobile suit combat data any of them had, because they couldn't get to the Zeon stuff, even if they tried reverse.
Why would that
engineering
matter?
samples.
Do a
Because-
test run with any of the hundreds of thousands you've just built.
Yeah, well, they needed it. Side note, retcons.
Oh, here we go.
Zeon dropped a giant piece of metal from the sky and killed half of humanity's population and ruined the climate. Every single military engineer on the Earth, the remaining moon bases, and every single colony that the Federation owned was expediting the process of creating mobile suits. That's how they got it done in 9 months. They were gonna have them eventually. Project V, however, was not the only Earth Federation mobile suit project. It was just the first. So after the Battle of Loom, General Revel and Earth Federation High Command gave the order number 1 to start rebuilding that fleet that got destroyed by Char and Dozo and the other guys underground beneath Jaburo in South America. And number 2, start the Project V program with Tim Ray as its lead. And using research from the recently defected Dr. Minovsky, which expedited things even more, because he was working with Zeon and pretty much leading Zeonic at that time, or at least was their head mind. Tim Ray, being the genius that he was, gets out those first 3 first, but Anaheim contractors, military contractors, same as we got Lockheed Martin and the other guys in our world, were building other mobile suit programs. Tim was just the first. And again, they were all just waiting on that juicy RX-78 combat data. The best way to think about this is that the Operation V, these are the Operation V suits, our Gundam, our gun tank, and our gun cannon. And then we have other suits, like the RX-79Gs that we saw during the 8th MS team, the Full Armor Gundam, and the Gundam Mudrock, which you know from Gundam Mobile Suit Variations, which was a magazine that released around this time. You can essentially think of them as like the Spartan 2 and Spartan 3 problems from Halo, projects from Halo, just not with decades between them. So the Spartan 2s, the big Spartans, like Master Chief, Linda, Kelly, George, were developed by Dr. Halsey and the Office of Naval Intelligence, like the Project V suits under Tim Ray. But there was also the lesser-known Spartan 3 program. This is Noble Team and Headhunters minus George, who actually was just an age older Spartan 2, which were made under Colonel Mendez and were more expendable, like the Gundam ground types and GMs and every other project. Besides these two, which gets a little silly. Side note, the Earth Federation's in lore technicality, the first mobile suit ever is the Zanny. Hi, Zanny. Was literally a repurposed Zaku 2. It saw very little field action. It really only appeared in the video game Gundam Tactics Mobility Fleet and some other media, and this thing probably saw field action for a day before they started using other things that were better. Not very good, but cute little guy. This now brings us to our big question. How many damn Gundams were in this 1 year war? Any guesses? Any guesses?
Not enough?
Numbers. Anyone want to throw out a number?
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Tens? I don't know.
I mean, you
12.
said hundreds of thousands. So.
I said of mobile suits, not Gundams. How many Gundam units were there in the 1 year war?
12.
12. Okay.
15. I don't know.
The answer is about 37. We're going to quote our boy Kakarot197 on YouTube, who went through the work of sourcing all those things, but about 37 suits in total. Pray to Bandai, they do not expand that number. So the original 1979 Gundam implies that the Gundam count is 1. One single White Devil, the RX-78-2, piloted by Amuro Ray during the war. But they never concretely say this. Over time, starting as far back as the early 80s with that Mobile Suit Variations art book and our Full Armor Gundam, and other units like it, they started expanding the amount of Gundams that were there that we just didn't see. More Gundams were introduced, and that number is actively growing but calmed down over the years. Thank God. It really ballooned in the 90s, but 37 is about the number right now. 37, one granddaddy Gundam, 37 minor units / experimental units that we just somehow never see in the original show, and thousands, hundreds of thousands of GMs and gun tanks and gun cannons that were lesser machines. What's more is, despite how crazy and cool looking all these other variation suits looked, in terms of operation capacity, despite a few of them, they're all actually weaker and less mobile than the Gundam. So if you remember our ground type Gundams from 8th MS team, far less mobile and destructive than Amuro. They just had the beam technology, which dominated the war. So yeah. All right. So in summary, in the original Gundam canon, GMs and all other Federation mobile suits are going to make their debut in an episode, an event in about a dozen or so episodes that y'all will see, and everyone will react to them with reasonable surprise, because up till then it's just been Amuro and the white base crew, so Kai and Ryu and everyone else. Bandai and Sunrise, however, love the 1 year war setting, although there's far other periods they can set things. And so there's a bajillion Gundam projects, especially in the 90s, and things got out of hand. So now there's just a whole bunch of 1 year war mobile suits, despite us really only seeing the Gundam. But there will be a point in time when you will see GMs properly introduced. The place where the place where things get weird is that they totally could have just started the 8th MS team at that future episode when they do introduce GMs and other mobile suits. They don't. It takes place now. So chronologically, the 8th MS team is happening in Southeast Asia. We just don't see or know about them. And Brighton, those guys don't know about them. Oh, your mic's going a little crazy there, Kenny. It's all good. All of the 8th MS team, every single spin-off video game, every single side story manga is happening in like the 4 months of between the beginning of the series and when the war ends in January. Yes. However, this now brings us to another question. How did Char, Garma, Bright, / anyone else in the field not see, know, or recognize any of these other mobile suits that were clearly present in the war? Any guesses?
They dumb.
Didn't see him.
Didn't exist. I don't fucking know.
So, there are a few theories here. So, theory number 1 is called the Cassilia / Intelligence Dome theory. So, the Zombies have a stake in propaganda of the war. And the guy who they're really banking on is their Red Comet, their Char Aznable, who destroyed 5 battleships at the Battle of Bloom. Who really good, really badass at what he does. The Earth Federation HQ also wants to keep its own mobile suit projects on the down low, so thus both sides might have just kept the existence of any and all mobile suits besides the Gundam secret for their own mutual benefit. And so Bright and Char and nobody else knows about anything else because they don't want them to know about anything else. Then we get the White Devil theory. So, essentially, if anyone's familiar with the Metal Gear Solid series, the big twist, I'm going to spoil Metal Gear Solid 5. Leave if you want to don't know. 3, 2, 1. The big twist of that series of video games is that in the last game, there were 2 big bosses. There were 2 of the first half of the series is titular protagonist, who's Solid Snake's dad in this legendary mercenary. And there were 2 guys who were basically big boss, so that the legend of him fighting all these wars in South America or Africa and Southeast Asia would get exaggerated.
Sorry.
And he'd
Keep going.
he'd become this big legendary dude. Amuro gets the nickname the White Devil by the end of the war for his lethality with the Gundam. And the Gundam head would become legendary for like striking fear into the head of Zeon soldiers. There's even accounts of people using fake Gundam heads on mobile suits. So the theory goes that General Revel, Earth Federation High Command would intentionally obfuscate not only the number of mobile suits, but also how many Gundams there are. So it seemed like there were multiple Amuros. Sorry, Amuro was just this one-man death machine. If any of you all saw the clip in Gundam Zeonic Front, every single Gundam protagonist has like a thing. Amuro's thing is counting. So he'll count up how many Zeon soldiers there are on the field, and he'll be like, all right, 1, 2, 3. And when you play Gundam video games, sometimes when you hear Zeon radio chatter, all the Zaku Zeke pilots hear is some kid counting over their radio static, and then their buddy getting blown up. So the theory is they just hit how many of them. And then of course we get the great one, which is just the idiot theory. Everyone's just stupid. The 8th MS team, nobody told about anything operating in Southeast Asia. Nobody checked in on anyone. No soldier or civilian or Earth Federation or Zeon guy reported anything in. And yeah, Ingenious and Yuri just never told High Command about the 8th MS team or any of the other Gundam projects we saw, and that was the end of it. Funny, but we'll see. If you still don't believe me that there could have been all these mobile suits that nobody knew about, I have one final revelation for you here. Anyone feel like reading just a little bit? I got something for you in general. All right, let me know when you got it open.
All right, it's open. All right, first one is Jesus, the amount of ads.
All right, read it out for me.
Okay, the RX 78-1 prototype Gundam is a mobile suit introduced in the original design series mobile suit variation. It is the predecessor of the RX 78-2 Gundam.
All right, and go to history all the way down the page.
The RX 78-1 was tested in conjunction with the FF-X5 prototype core fighter on Earth before being shipped to Side 7, where it underwent further testing. Its core fighter was also refitted into the FF-X7 core fighter. When it first rolled out, its face, wrists, and waist were initially different compared to the RX-78-2 Gundam.
Or you can skip to the last sentence.
Unfortunately, the prototype Gundam was destroyed by Zaku 2s during the attack on Side 7 and never saw actual combat. Its remains were subsequently used by the White Base crew as parts for the RX-78-2 Gundam.
All right, go to the other one if you want to take it, or if anyone else wants to.
I'll double down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. RX-78-3 G3 Gundam.
All right, and let's scroll down to history.
Any particular paragraph there, Chieftain?
Top of history.
During the attack on Side 7 in September UC0079, the RX-78-1 prototype Gundam was destroyed, but the RX-78-3 was only lightly damaged. It was loaded onto the Pegasus-class assault cruiser White Base as spare parts for the intact RX-78-2 Gundam.
All right,
after that, there were two.
We can stop right there so we don't spoil anything. So, you can go back to the PowerPoint. Big reveal, guys. Why do you think Amuro's Gundam is called the RX-78-2?
Because it's actually the RX-78-3.
Bright has 2 more Gundam units in storage on the White Base. One is pretty messed up from the Zeke attack in the first episode. The other one is actually in fine condition. Both are just being used as spare parts for Amuro. Yes, I am not kidding. There are 2 more Gundam units someone could be using. Side note, there's a video game series called Super Robot Wars. It's like a what if series. Like, hey, what if Shinji from Evangelion met G Gundam characters? Or what if other people met these people? I've had a dream scenario in my head for years of, in the first episode, Frau hops in one of these backup units and is like better than Amuro. And it's like a fun little thing because they do her so wrong throughout this entire series. But I think that would be a cool what-if scenario. But in summary, yeah, they just kind of made robots, bro. They rolled them out in time, so we got more robots now. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Any initial questions? I know those last two were probably a bit hard to swallow.
Tom, get his ass.
Nah, man.
Yeah?
I'm done, man. I'm done. Like, I'm done questioning the logistics of like. You want to call this a real robot anime or whatever it is that it's qualified as. I'm not going to give it that. It's not that, man. There are too many unanswered questions.
Okay.
All across this show.
I thought y'all would be more flippant about the fact that Bright has 2 more Gundams that he's just not using, but hey, it works out.
No, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. If so, the what I would have accepted is when Amuro and White Base leave with the gun, like when that first combat data is created, that's when they start production. I would have accepted that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got out with the one thing we built that works, this experimental device, and here's the data of it being used in combat. Start building these. We know they work. I would accept that.
So I think functionally it has been being reported in, whether wirelessly or when Matilda came and took some data during that one episode from episode 1. But
but theoretically what they're getting the data of doesn't work yet. It's still being developed.
Yeah. Well,
why would you put something into production that you know isn't finished yet?
I guess they just needed good old information on what was the best place to shoot Zeeks and stuff, from Amuro's computer to plug into everyone else's.
You know where the best location is? The reactor.
Yeah.
And Amuro learned that pretty quick.
Yeah, he's a smart boy.
It's
he's a smart boy.
not hard. Like, if you got guys putting this thing together, they know enough to know, shoot it in the bit that makes it blow up.
Yeah. Well, hey. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, yeah.
All right, well, that is our answer. We will get a proper introduction to, I guess, when our White Base crew finally sees these other mobile suits, but there you go. Sorry, I know that was long-winded, but had to finally explain it. With that, we're ready to start discussion on episode 1. And with that, we're going to start our little segment again, which is Journey to Jaburo. Guys, any guesses on where our dear Gundam crew is in this first episode?
The same party that Guineas was at.
It's a good party. Location, geographically, last time we were at the Grand Canyon in Colorado.
Some ballroom in Chicago. I don't know, man.
I'll let you know it is a major U.S. city. Chicago's a good guess.
New York.
Leo? All right.
Go with Los Angeles.
Well, they are traveling east. They're moving towards the East Coast. The answer is, Tom actually got it. They are in New York. And actually, Miss Icelina, what was her name?
Icelina.
Icelina her dad is the mayor of New York, which since March 11th, 0079, has been under Garma's occupation. So, yeah, Tom, all right, there go your bonus points. And if y'all want to start, I will now shut up. Thank you for my little 40-minute TED Talk as we talk about Episode 10 of Mobile Suit Gundam, titled Garma's Fate. Sorry, I had to tease that.
I would like to point out,
yes, sir.
This episode is rated for nudity, because Tomino.
Yeah.
Because Tomino.
But yeah, we're at a nice party with sleazy-looking rich old guys.
In a horrifically ruined New York.
Yes. We meet Eschenbach, our former mayor, who hates the Zeon, and then we're introduced to this absurdly hot, hey, everything about this is telling you she's hot. Look at how everyone's looking at her. She's so hot. Icelina. So hot right now. Icelina.
She's the prettiest girl at the ball In Garma's
then
sweetheart.
Garma escorts her out and makes the classic soldier in a war movie mistake of making promises of marriage, which instantly means he's going to die. Womp womp.
I
Typically,
love,
yeah.
How long do you guys think Garma's known Icelina? It can't be more than like March, right? Do you think he dropped in immediately in March and
Like
walked up
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, you think he's only known her
Less than a month. Less than a month.
Gotcha. You think this is a fast, bright burning Romeo and Juliet style youth love? Young
Yes.
love. Okay. I feel like
it has to be.
they could have been dating since March. He could have dropped in with some Zakus and she saw him like, oh my gosh, who's that cute boy with
like,
purple hair and his blonde boyfriend.
actual time they've spent together, like cumulative time spent in each other's presence. I'll give you a week.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Like spread over his entire occupation of like, ooh, who's the pretty boy who's in charge of everything now? I hope he doesn't die as soon as he proclaims his love for me.
I also love.
So then I'll have
That
to
would
kill
just be
myself.
They really
Can
do.
you tell I
seem,
hate her?
they really
And what
do.
they did with her at the end?
If one thing can't be denied, their feelings for each other, at least those two's feelings, are real. He is not fake like the other zombie siblings are. Maybe besides Dozel. Like he loves this girl. You know.
Yeah, no, he's Dagwin's kid.
Yeah. I also
Sucks
love,
for him.
sucks. Well, the misfortune of his birth was, what really did him in there. I also love the shot of Char like just lurking at these two. He's like, I'm gonna kill that guy, and hopefully her.
He's been thinking that for so fucking long. Let's be real.
Honestly, Char is the only thing getting me through this series.
Oh, okay. Maybe you'll see some things you like soon too. Some other things. And we get the balcony scene of them professing their love.
Yeah, but then we pop over to White Base for a bit.
I love White Base.
Flying so low, they're knocking cars over. Like, love it. Bright and Amuro arguing, as they do.
About to use the
Hey,
Gundam.
send me out as a decoy. No, I won't do that. But what? I want to do it. Send me out as a decoy. No,
Saved
I
by the
won't do
Fire.
it. It's a terrible plan. Hey, Amuro, get in the Gundam. I'm going to send you out as a decoy.
It's
Love it.
moments like that when you really can see that they despite seeming as Bride is an adult, they really are 3 years apart. Bride is just 19 and Amuro's like 15, 16. He is arguing with his older brother.
Meanwhile, Mirai is parallel parking a spaceship the size of a football field.
Dude, she's so good at what she does.
Like, yeah,
Just
to like
casually.
millimeters of tolerance when she wants to. And then when she doesn't want to, or the plot demands that she doesn't, suddenly she can't. The landing is so tough. Guiding this thing is so tough. It turns like a bus. I couldn't possibly.
It turns
Meanwhile,
like a bus.
I can tuck it into a stadium.
But 9 out of 10 times.
Really no trouble at all. It's just we're just chilling while that happens.
9 out of 10 times though, she is like on point with her job.
But when the plot demands it, she's sure not.
I got a question for you. Fascinating view Tomino has of like women and capabilities, because when it started and I brought up that he's like an 80-year-old like Japanese dude, you guys were probably thinking that it's like, oh yeah, he's very misogynistic. All the girls on the White Base have their stuff together, like far more than the dudes
well,
most
like
of the
the
time.
competent ones.
But okay, we got to jump and talk about the because Icelina gets the Tomino slap.
She does
Like,
get.
She does. She's like, but Dad, I love him. I can make decisions. He slaps her so hard he knocks her to the ground and basically is like, nah, you're a woman. You don't get to decide things.
He literally
that's
says,
pretty
no,
close
you
to word for
like-
word.
He says, no, you don't. She says, I want to make my own decisions. And he says, no, you don't. Which
like
I'm
she's
laughing at
not
the absurdity,
first
not violence.
character to get slapped like that, though.
Yeah, to be honest, Amuro was the first. Technically, Frau was the first, but he was trying to like wake her up out of shock. Amuro was the first to get maliciously slapped.
Bruh.
Yeah, but he kind of deserved it.
Now, is this violence against the youngins or violence against the females and the unmasculine men?
Yeah,
Yes,
the answer is yes. But that was just because again, it's a cross series, like multiple Gundams. All I think at least we watched 3 of them now. At least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Have had a dramatic, you don't have the rights, or only rights you have are the ones I give you, and a slap to the face.
Yes, we'd have 2 nickels by now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Guineas was the other one.
Kenny, I'm not sure if it was like it in the sub, but when she's on the ground crying there, and I feel so bad for laughing, the sub on Crunchyroll has her calling Garma Gamma, like Gama. And I just thought that was like a little funny.
That's great.
I'm not sure. Was it like that in Japanese or was it on point?
I couldn't tell.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. But yeah. All right, keep going. I don't want to gap my gums too much. I did that too much this first half.
Yeah, I mean, tell me if I'm moving through this too quick.
No,
but,
go. Please. Take your time.
We get the best line ever from Char, and again, like, he is what's keeping me going through this series. But the most efficient way to flush a rat out of its nest is with a little bit of carpet bombing. Like,
yes, he does.
Say less.
You and Leo both sent me that like a day apart.
Oh yeah, no, I love that line. That is the most like fuck it, exterminatus kind of quote I've heard yet.
He's just such a sassy bitch, and I love him for it.
I feel so bad because
genuinely,
this episode is the last time ever in Gundam we will be getting the Char Garma dynamic. There will be other dynamics, but this like straight man, funny man routine they got.
This is the end of the fanfic content. Got it.
Well,
no, it's the start of the AU fanfic content in which Garma survived so he and Char could run away together.
Yes.
I did like the as they're getting carpet bombed, you need to let us know that it's intense, so shake the screen and make everybody go oh and clench really hard. Like, it was a shot of almost every character on White Base clenching sequentially. Like,
around
absolutely wild.
1551 we also get another classic Gundam meme, which is Amuro bouncing around in that cockpit.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Just getting his fucking shit rocked.
Yeah,
and then we get Icelina getting just patriarchy slapped.
Patriarchy slapped.
Just go back inside to your glass ceiling. Slap.
Poor girl. It's really sucks. The thing that sucks is her dad is completely right. He's just handling it horribly.
Yes.
Like, if he sat her down and was like, "Baby, we are being occupied by the purple-haired space people. Please, we gotta let Earth Federation do what they do. It would be fine." But he's just like, "No, your feelings are invalid. Get out of here, woman." And sucks.
Slap.
And then I didn't write down what he actually said, but Char is volunteering to go down to the surface instead of Garma, and his sentiment is basically like, "Hey man, just because you have a girlfriend now, like, don't get all big in the head, dude. Like, chill here and let me go handle it. All right, sit tight, buddy.
Sit tight. Can't have you dying just yet."
Like, I really need a scene of Char patting Garma on the head like a dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure if you pay the right commissioner.
But yeah, Char, 2 red shirts drop in.
Well, 2 green green suits.
No, they're red shirts.
Yeah.
And then Bright's genius plan is, hey, you wanted to be a decoy? Be a decoy in front of the ship's guns.
Yeah.
Which Not a bad plan. But
Except that Char read that like a fucking book.
Yeah.
Char immediately calls it.
So let's do this Amuro versus Char round. What would this be? Round 6.
Fuck if I'm keeping count.
I got it.
I
right
mean,
here.
the Char's
Really
not
fight?
really fighting in this one.
Yeah. I'm just counting any time
Like-
they do it. We get Bazooka versus Bazooka off.
I'm gonna give it to Char because Amuro
yeah.
forgot to turn off weapon glint.
All right, is that consensus with all of you?
I would agree that Char wins solely because of the fact of, like we were saying, just, oh, hey, he's moving this way. So obviously, he's trying to lead us into a firing line for the main guns that are behind him.
I will give it up for Amuro, though, just blowing off the head of Azaku through a building. That was
Yes.
that was a good move. I'll give him that one. But he did get just absolutely bodied in a 3v1 for a little bit. So
also-
it goes to Char.
Get the line, though, from Char.
The pilot's improving.
That pilot is improving.
So, okay, since you brought it up, like you need to actually, I am using my one, force you to answer a question.
Yes,
That
sir.
you need to answer it to my satisfaction.
Okay.
What
Oh, boy.
in the actual fuck is this self-learning computer? Because the mobile suit is piloted with foot pedals.
Yeah, so they go into it a little bit. The Gundam self-learning computer, and this actually goes along with the combat data, essentially is all of the minute actions and micro precision movements that the pilot wouldn't be making. So remember when I was talking earlier about how they needed the combat data for like what is the best place to shoot at a Zeke to blow up Azaku? This self-learning computer basically optimizes that down to like I'd say like the centimeter, millimeter, possibly molecular level of where do I blow up this thing. So basically the Gundam pilot is moving the cursor to where the reticle should go, and the self-learning computer is doing the rest with where it decides where to fire and when to fire at.
Oh, it's an aimbot.
It's an aimbot, yes, sir. There's other things that go along with it. I'm going over what I said I'd do because I said this would be one sentence. There's other things. When we get later into Gundam, when we get into things called funnels and other things, they're operating that a little bit along with new type psionic abilities, but you know what I mean when we get to that. But for the most part, this self-learning computer is just constantly making the machine better and better over time. Is that satisfactory for you? Sorry, I didn't have a web page up for that.
Not really, but
Okay. I think that is the best explanation we have.
that's
If you want to keep talking, I can Google some more for you.
no. I mean, it's more the idea of something that is, in my mind, controlling a good deal of the Gundam's movements.
Yeah.
In a machine that is operated like a Model T. Like, honestly,
Yeah, they never really go into
I'm
what the
all
individual-
for the retro space aesthetic.
Yeah, so
but
they never go into what the individual pedals in the mobile suit do. We know that when Shiro was walking back to camp during end of episode 1, 2, 3 of the 8th MS team, his suit was able to walk back to camp on its own, and we can presume the onboard AI just knew to stop and not like crush anybody or keep walking forever if his foot was on the pedal. We also
See, that's fine. That's autopilot.
Yeah. We also get to see things later, where spoilers for things we're not seeing yet. There are horrible like Westworld freak show situations where people are like, "What if we just put a human mind in the machine?" And the Gundam was a Ghost in the Shell situation where that was what the self-learning computer is. But its function in
Isn't that 40K?
It goes there. In
Don't we
places.
What?
put like dudes who are just barely alive into dreadnoughts?
Yes, yes.
The concept of putting somebody into a dreadnought is that they have sustained a critical wound or injury that is thus leaving them incapable of servicing the Emperor in any kind of physical manner, however, leaving their mind and such completely intact. So, like, you
Cool.
get
So more fuel
fucking...
to the fire. This is 40K.
See?
Yeah, so you will see some things like that. For the most part, you're not seeing that now. The big critical thing with the learning computer is that if this were Dragon Ball Z, it's a Zenkai boost. It's the explanation for how Amuro is getting better at piloting this thing every episode, unless is he actually that good of a pilot? Who knows? But yeah. But the data, basically every single fight Amuro has the data is being sent off to build the 8th MS team units, to build the Blue Destiny units, to build GMs, which will be arriving soon. But yeah. That answers for you.
Yeah, good enough.
All right, cool.
All right, back to the notes.
But yeah, and
Garma eats flak.
So Garma is piloting this gal in the hair the whole episode. Bright and the ship, the white base piloted by Mirai, are in this old stadium. Char puts 2 and 2 together what the white base crew is doing and basically has to fake this thing throughout the entire fight of like, okay, how do I lure Garma closer and closer to him? And poor Garma, as his last thoughts are of his lady, goes the fly in when Char gives him the all clear. And then the white base shows why it's the white base and just fires on it.
Lights him up. I love too that he thinks he's gonna turn around and come in for another run. Like, bruh, you're getting torn apart.
Poor sweet boy. And this, keep in mind, this is beam weaponry on this thing. I think the gal has some beam weaponry, but the white base is state of the art. So
yeah.
And it is a setup.
Yeah,
go on.
It is absolutely a setup, but we get Char's great line of blame this on the misfortune of your birth and just evil laughing.
Yeah. I don't want to spam you guys, but that is possibly like all-time Gundam meme. If you just type in blame this on the misfortune of your birth into Google, you will see the loads of it. But that is...
Yeah. So my favorite part here of Garma's kamikaze final run is that he doesn't even hit white base. He does no damage whatsoever.
None.
Like, bro, complete failure. Oh, love it.
Do you feel like Char's bloodthirst, his will to avenge his father has been quenched? Do you think he's happy?
Not even a little bit.
Nope.
Not even.
No,
He
dig
wants the whole
in
family
further like
bucket,
a
bro.
tick.
We got 3 more to go.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna get as far inside this beast as you'll let him, and he's gonna gut it from the inside.
He's
What is
finally
his
done
goal
with
here?
the one that he got the most in entertainment out of.
Aw. This is the
That's
poor
his goal. Entertainment.
This is the poor kid that he saved at camp during episode whatever of Gundam the Origin. This is the kid who he built a little rain shelter above when they were running in the wilderness. And now he has betrayed him. Although that's obviously canonical. Also hella props to who is this? Generic Decay on Twitter for retweeting friends with benefits implies the existence of friends with consequences, and it's Garma.
That's
and
pretty good.
Char getting out the shower.
Oh, that's great.
But betrayed by one love and leaving another behind. Rest in peace, Garmazabi.
Pieces. Fuck him.
Oh, he's atomized, surely.
Yeah. Great abridged moment though. When the mayor tells Icelina that Garma's dead, she runs outside and pounds on her comfort tree. Like
It's on her comfort tree.
Like, she runs outside to a specific tree and just starts punching it, crying about Garma. Like, classic, but it's just so out of left field that it struck me. But yeah, we end on the narrator being all dramatic, and then the cane falls dramatically, and then the narrator tells you that the cane fell dramatically, and then
in
it
a dramatic
ends.
fashion.
In a dramatic fashion.
Do
It's official.
You guys like Gundam narrator or Dragon Ball narrator more?
Bro, Pokemon narrator.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a legendary one. Yeah.
Ash Ketchum is a boy from Peloton. Good
But
shit.
we leave off with something we haven't seen before because Icelina runs outside, and then we zoom up to the stars after she leaves her comfort tree, and we see for the first time in Gundam Side 3, where Zeon is from. This would be the first time an audience in 1979 saw this.
And the Skeletor Castle?
Yeah, and the Skeletor Castle, the most evilest place ever. And this is the first time we ever see the boys, Degwin and
Whoa! We have already established that is not that is Kamarog.
Kamurag and the Emperor of Mankind here sitting on his throne, and he's like, "What? No, Sanguinius is fallen."
Pretty much.
Yeah, and he drops the cane.
Dramatically.
He's fucking dead.
And
My boy! Look how they massacred my boy!
any final thoughts before we move on to Icelina Love's Remains, which is kind of an unpopular episode in Gundam's fan base?
It's time for my TED Talk.
All right, TED Talk.
Oh boy!
Oh, yes.
Yay!
So,
Do you have a screen to share too?
I do not. I am looking at the message I sent to
Fuck
Miles.
you lost me.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, according to the episode 11 intro, all right,
Yes, sir.
a side is 6 kilometers in diameter and 40 kilometers long.
Yeah, most of
Okay.
it.
So that gives us a surface area of about 810 square kilometers. Round down to 800 square, just for easier math. Conservative guess, going for easy math again. I'm actually going to make this smaller, Miles. I'm going to say 250 square kilometers of soil per cylinder.
Correct.
I'm going to have it.
Correction.
I have it.
The sides are the groups of colonies. The individual colonies they call banshees or whatever. But yeah, we can call them sides right now. It's cool.
I wrote cylinder because
cylinder.
I didn't want to deal with you correcting my grammar and word choice in Gundam.
All good.
250 square kilometers of soil per banshee.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 2 meters deep, body bearing depth. Got to put them 6 feet under. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So 500 cubic kilometers of soil per cylinder.
Yes, sir.
The best figure I can get gives about 7,800 cubic kilometers of topsoil, like what you need, that currently supports the human population. This is in all of Earth.
Yes, sir.
So conservative estimate again, say we could harvest double that in a given year. We could harvest double the entire topsoil on Earth in a given year. So that's well, having it changes my math a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
But we'll give you I'll round up. I'll give you 16 cylinders a year.
Okay.
And these were produced over how many years?
I do
Very-
not know. I'd have to
Very
check
short
it.
time frame.
We're
I
80
remember
years.
correctly.
We're 79 years into this universal century, but we started immigrating people into space, I guess, in 001 or 0000. So, assumedly, 79 years. Assumedly, initially.
So producing 16 cylinders a year, harvesting the entirety of the topsoil of Earth is giving us 16 a year.
Okay.
How do we get to the point that I can build Epcot Center, Oops, All Texas Edition?
They cloned the dirt, dude. No, I don't know. They figured it out.
There is not enough human fecal matter on Earth to Martian your way into potatoes on all of these cylinders.
Yeah,
It's just there's
so
not.
I'll
I'm never gonna let this. I'm never gonna let this go.
So I'll let you
Like
know.
unless you have fully dedicated, okay. I'm not even talking about the farming anymore at this point because every Banshee we've seen and every reference to them has talked about making the living conditions as Earth-like as possible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and we're about to get this something because the Zeon haven't seen certain things, but yeah, so they're not completely.
The Texas cylinder.
Yeah,
I don't remember any big bodies of water there. That was almost all dirt.
Yeah,
it's a lot of dirt. Where are you getting that dirt?
So the big thing, few things. I don't know, bro. The Tomino talked about he doesn't think humanity can live in space in an interview he did this.
Yeah, I'm never gonna let this go. This is my biggest sticking point with the whole real robot part of this.
So late.
Not even talking about hand wave particles. Yeah. Sorry.
Way late in the Universal Century when Side 8 is built, which is built during a Gundam thing called G Savior, which is very bad and we'll probably skip. Or we'll do it if you guys want to do it. They set up that Side 8 is its own independent, like dedicated agriculture colony. So it is just colonies and sides built around farmland. So for the food issue, there's that. Unfortunately, that isn't built till like 00 or like 0209, so like 150 years or something. So, they figured it out. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, I mean I'll give you the food. Like let's say every side you've got two to three residentials for every one dedicated hydroponic Banshee. Like I'll accept that.
Yeah.
But my issue is with covering the inside of all of them. It's just
there is
also absurdly expensive to move that much material into space. But whatever.
Very much. There is also the thing that Zeon is, as much as they talk about space independence, as we saw with the aristocrats and the 8th MS team and those parties that Yuri and Genius were going to. There is a sort of on-the-nose clear goal here of, we kind of also just want to occupy Earth to have our own occupation of North America and Russia and China for our own farmland needs by Zeon billionaires and rich folk. So as much as they talk about we want independence from space, they also do want to take Earth because Earth is better to live on and you can squeeze for its own resources. But yeah. Want to get to episode 11? Icelina's Love Remains?
Yeah.
All right. Thoughts?
Dozo's voice doesn't track anymore. Doesn't make sense.
How does he sound in Japanese, Kenny? Is he fit better?
Or? It's not the one I was used to from Ward, so yeah, it's alright.
It's alright.
Just a grungy old man, so well, grungy man, I guess.
Yeah. In English, he sounds like kind of a whiny British guy or touch of mid-Atlantic accent guy, but he's doable.
Yeah. But yeah, then we go to Zoom City, the capital of Zeon. I am assuming this is the first time we're ever seeing it, so that's why it's being announced to us.
Yep.
But we get some family drama and some grief. Girin's war hungry. Degwin's old and peace loving. Mongo and Cassilia are here now.
What do you mean Girin's war hungry? Girin is just a guy trying to end the war as quickly as possible, my friend.
No, Girin wants to bathe in the blood of the innocents.
He just wants
what keeps him young.
He wants liberation from the Earth Federation. By the way, Girin is how old is he? Girin Zabi is, despite walking with that cane, he is only 35 here. So, hate ages, yeah.
But but then we meet Lieutenant Doritos as he comes to Icelina's room and tells her that he couldn't help but stare at her. And then she's like, huh? He goes, well, I'm sorry, but you're just so attractive. All of us were like, wow, she's so attractive. She's like, oh, well, I guess that's a better way to say it. I'm going to use you for vengeance.
She is kind of using this poor Zeke simp here.
Yes,
get her
absolutely.
Not even
revenge.
kind of.
Like, she's like, I want to kill the people who kill Garma. He's like, okay, are you aware that that's an elite unit using highly experimental stuff that's killed I don't know how many of our own elite soldiers? Yes. Very well, ma'am. Let's all go die together.
Into the fires of hell.
Yeah.
This
But then
is
we
a-
jump back to White Base,
Yeah.
and the old people want to leave, but then we experience strong turbulence, which is the plot's way of telling them that they're not allowed to leave yet.
I also love
Yeah, not yet.
reinforcing that Amuro here is just a child genius. He is retuning the beam saber with Ryu. Like, he just knows how to, like, yeah, I think I want to up the dose,
Yeah.
up the voltage on the Minovsky particles on this thing so it can, like, be a whole new weapon here. And he's like, yeah, whatever you say, kid. Your dad designed this
But
thing.
yeah, I do love this sky fight that we then get, because Amuro just hucks a rudder at someone. Like, he just rips the rudder off of one Gao and throws it at the next one. Like,
Yeah.
I like that move a lot.
I love them landing at about 8 minutes 24 seconds. The Gundam and the gun take side by side, just landing on the top of the Gao is really cool. Like,
Yeah, one at a time though, so that it unbalances and then settles out when they're both on it.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, but then Char shows up in a recon top, and he's just trying to find the angle, man. He's I can't remember what it's like. If I win, then I win. If I lose, then I look like I'm avenging Garma, and I tried. Either way, Char wins.
Char is
Char
the
wins.
best minimum wage grocery store clerk in the history of mankind. He's like, if that kid steals
Yeah.
something, it's fine. I'm not getting paid enough to chase him, and it's company policy not to.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but
Also,
short stack there. I can't remember his name. But he left the safety on, man.
yeah,
Like,
Hayato, yeah.
Char dead to rights.
Hayato.
He had the safety on. Oh, you can't earn a name with behavior like that, short stack.
Is 16.
That's not how that works.
Amuro is just a PTSD filled like freak super killer. Hayato is a normal 16-year-old boy though.
You can still remember the safety, dog. I'm sorry, but especially when the next move is Mirai somehow juking the attack, like just shifts the entire football field size ship like 3 feet to the left and just jukes Char's attack run.
I will
The
say
first one. The next one lights them up.
all of the white base kids besides Sayla, I guess Sayla is an adult. These are pretty much city kids. It is possible, especially growing up on a colony. I don't know their Second Amendment policies on Side 7, but most of these kids probably have never touched a gun, no less know anything about weaponry. He didn't even think about
Okay, but Hayato has piloted the gun tank.
Yeah. The gun tank
There's
certainly
no
doesn't have
excuse.
safeties. Yeah.
Yes, it does. The fuck out of here.
You
Of course
think,
it has
Do you
safeties.
think Tim Ray and the Operation V guys had time
I think
for
the
that?
gun tank has a significantly more complicated firing sequence than click.
You think you cough
Like,
piloting
come
that
on.
thing and then you just blow a hole in the white base? Yeah. I don't know.
Ugh.
They don't get a lot into
Yeah.
the internal mechanics of the control systems of these suits, rarely ever. For a while, at least.
Yeah, but we get a dramatic push in on Amuro as he watches White Base go down, and then commercial break.
Yeah, sure.
Yay! I was trying to remember the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, rough landing in a sandstorm. What?
love
Guntank
Bright.
and Amuro get blasted off.
Bright
Dow,
gets
so they're headed
it
to the ground.
flying, and
Yeah.
I have to share my screen just for a sec for this. One of my favorite. I love the show. I'm not trying to clown on it. One of my favorite little goofy edits is it showing the screen? I hope it doesn't have.
Yeah.
Bright they land, and then Bright gets thrown overhead and flips, and then Mirai turns into Sayla in the span of a cut. It's very funny.
Incredible. I did not notice that. That's incredible.
Although I think they're just supposed to be in two different
I mean,
places.
it's motion that too. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I love that.
But yeah, they the old people are getting shook up. And everything.
Yeah. So I have to raise a big issue here. What is this just dial-up computer garbled Foley that is playing for the next like 10 minutes in the background of every scene on White Base?
Oh, I can't play the audio. I don't remember.
It's audio torture, man. It's like yeah, and it doesn't stop. It's going on under every scene on White Base while they're doing the repairs.
I don't remember it, but I trust you.
Yeah, no, it's really in the
I hear it. Yeah, it's a bunch of, like, various,
like
It's
I'm trying to
good
hear
old-
dialogue, guys.
It's good old Teletran 1 or whatever the White Base computer is freaking out, telling them stuff is not right.
Yeah, but I mean, as it's just spouting that, they're all just like, "Oh, you're such a good ship, White Base. You're so good. Any other ship would have been broken by that landing. Oh, you're such a good ship. Yeah."
And White Base is like,
Hey,
I'm appreciated.
man.
They call it the
Yeah,
Trojan horse. They got treated like a horse. You gotta love it. You gotta be kind to it.
I don't get that. Why do they call it the Trojan horse?
So-
It doesn't look like one. It doesn't act like one.
So there's a funny thing that Gundam does with information. I can't think of a word here. It's called the Trojan horse by the Zeeks, because why would they call it the White Base? They don't know its name. Char and those guys just gave
Why
it
are
the
they
code name the
calling it
White
Trojan
Base
horse?
because it got through
doesn't
Zeon
make
defenses.
sense.
It is the
That's
one
not what a
ship-
Trojan horse
it's
does.
the
It's a
one
trick.
ship that got through Zeon's defenses into Earth. Trojan
I don't know,
man.
man. Call it the Wayne Gretzky then.
Blink told me no.
All of the Wayne Gretzky.
Made in the 70s, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But then we get
Icelina-
old people trying to run away in the middle of a sandstorm.
Yep.
which is fun.
You also
Smartest move they could have made, honestly.
yeah. And then Char committing war crimes on the elderly.
Yeah, just shoots
Good.
old people.
Okay, I have a question because I've thought about this for a while. Did he just see shapes leaving the White Base and
Yes.
realistically assumed
Yes.
that these were enemy combatants running towards him, or did he say,
Yes.
free targets, they're graying?
No, I think he assumed they were soldiers and shot them.
Yeah.
Because then as soon as Bright and whoever, the two guys with him,
Yeah,
like
it's
run
Bright,
out
Kai,
in
yeah.
pursuit, he's like, nope, that I'm getting out. Whoops.
Heroic moment from
So
Bright,
like,
too, getting right into action.
yeah, sure. You know, after he loses two civilians, sure.
They did that to themselves.
It's only two.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Hey,
But then
that's the
Amuro and Gun take land, and we go back to Zoom City for the state funeral of Garma, or we're planning one. Mongo wants to punish Char because, of course, he does, even though he has no reason to. Just like he was supposed to protect him. I want blood. Punch, punch, punch.
This is also, by the way, our first time seeing the politics of who each of these family members are. And
It's true.
It's very fascinating because they probably the most deadliest person here, as we know, Cassilia, actually seems to be the most level-headed person. Like, Dad is grieving. Cassilia's just quiet, like, oh yeah, seemingly supportive. Dozel's like bloodthirsty and Girin's bloodthirsty in the genocide sort of way, in the Hitler Youth sort of way. So, you know, yeah.
Good times, great
Yeah, and
oldies.
then we go back to Skyfight, and Amuro's got a laser lance now. Like that's solid.
Yeah,
I'll buy that.
that's
I'll
what
buy
he
that
was-
addition.
He was adjusting
It's the javelin that was
beam
earlier
saber.
mentioned.
Yeah, it's the javelin that he was tuning the beam saber for.
Yeah, no, I mean it's cool. It's cool. I'd rather fight with a beam spear than a beam sword.
Hell yeah.
It also appears
but
that
yeah.
the gun cannon shoulder cannons can almost single-handedly or like do significant damage to a Gao, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Although the gun
But yeah,
takeoffs-
Amuro just slices some wings off, so we're down to just Icelina's ship, and she's just fire everything at that guy and don't stop, and it just starts melting his shield, which is great.
The thing that's also funny is there's got to be a full Zeke crew on board that thing. So they're like, are we taking orders from the civilian lady? It's like it was Lord Garma's girlfriend. It's like we're taking orders from her.
We're taking orders from Lieutenant Dorito, and Dorito is taking his orders from Garma's ex, Garma's widow.
I just know they're just like smoking a cigarette with their eyes closed, waiting for the sweet embrace of death as they feel themselves hurtling towards the ground because the civilian woman told them to. These trained soldiers.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Someone's Gao gets just cut in half and then just blows up in a blind, like every one of these Gao just gets absolutely atomized. Like everyone dies.
Yeah.
So chalk that up to Amuro's kill count. Lieutenant Dorito takes some glass to the arm. And so Icelina is like, I totally know how to fly this, and kamikazes Amuro.
And the
Unlike
Gundam
Garma,
holds
she
up.
actually hits him. She actually hits him.
She does, yeah. The Gundam holds up pretty well, though.
Yeah. What I love though is Amuro is just shooting at it. It's just like, wait, you're not giving up. You're still not giving up. Why aren't you giving up? It's like, dude, she's trying to die for love. Like, there is no giving up. There is only dying.
Very traditional anime story arc. Very, if you guys are familiar with the Tokyo arc of Black Lagoon, very like, yeah, my purpose is to die here to avenge what I believe in. In this case, Garma, and she's ready to do it. And then
So here's the thing though, is this scene to end the episode here is this is the kind of scene that I need Char to get me through, man. I have the same problem with this scene that I had with the end of the 8th MS team. It's disingenuous.
lay it on.
Icelina, she, like, I mean, whatever reasons, like, Amuro needs to get out so that the scene can happen. He's got to do repairs. Icelina's out there. She survived the crash. She levels a gun at him. As what is her line? For my love? What is it? I wrote it down. Or I didn't. Yeah. But she levels the gun on him, all dramatic. And then,
if I may interrupt, Tom, from the background, in the script, Tomino walks over like Aaron Yeager and whispers in her ear, "You will be weak in the knees."
Really, though?
You are a woman.
Really, though?
You will be weak in the knees and fall
She
because of your
throws
love.
the gun, just starts pointing at the sky, pulls the trigger, goes, and falls off the Gao, presumably to snap her neck on the desert sand, never to be seen again. Shoot him! Shoot him!
Shoot him.
Shoot Amuro!
She was lying
Shoot
on,
him.
She was lying on iron, Tom, and she got lightheaded
No.
and slipped and fell.
No, you don't even need to kill him. I would prefer you didn't kill him.
She didn't
wing
eat a big
him,
breakfast.
kneecap him. There are
Wing him.
so many options to non-lethally or to severely
Permanently
wound
disable him.
this child. I would have accepted that for him being all wide-eyed PTSD in the next episode, which, by the way, he gets over in 20 minutes. Totally fine after he, is thrown back out for a little warm-up fight.
If I
We'll get
may,
into that later. No, you may not, because I'm mad.
Amuro Ray saw what he, from Amuro's perspective, he fought a big battle, and then he turned around, saw some lady pointing what looked like a gun at him. She trips and falls and lands not on her shoulder, not on her side, not on her on her stomach.
Directly on the top of her skull.
And then dies immediately. And he has no explanation, nor will have any explanation ever for what happened.
No answers, no context, just what the fuck?
But see, I don't accept that as that being the thing that breaks him. That finally someone is like, hey, Amuro's got battle fatigue. It's pretty common in the new recruits. It's like, hey, you all have battle fatigue. Amuro has full-blown, Section 8.
You guys
is coping through continual violence in this conflict.
You guys are gonna love Zeta Gundam. All right, keep going. Audience at home, keep it in your pants.
Really, this scene is one of my biggest problems with Gundam. This is disingenuous, and I don't like it. Shoot him.
I have some quotes from Tomino about his life and how he grew up that may explain some things, but we'll save that for another episode. But remind me. But we end off with the boys burying this random woman who, as far as they know, just showed up and died in front of them. Unexplainably, for no reason. They don't even know this is Garma's girlfriend. No one will know this is Garma's girlfriend, fiance, or whatever.
Buried in an unmarked grave outside Aerolingua.
Yep.
Well, sucks for her.
I like to think Kai farted and they all just had to stay there and unfortunately smell it as they finished digging this grave. That's my headcanon for how unceremoniously this episode ends. But yeah. Hey, question here. Garma's funeral, just real quick. Is Degwin Zabi in control still? Was he ever?
No. I think he was.
Doesn't seem
I don't
that
think
way.
he is anymore.
When do you think it happened? And if so, who is in control of Zeon in this war?
Giran.
Think it's Giran? You don't think it's Cassilia or Dozel? Or the ghost of the other chick?
It's fucking Giran.
I mean, if it's Cassilia with Giran.
Yeah.
We got the whole bit of her, her conspiracy at the end of
in the background.
Whatchamacallit, Origins.
Oh, hey, episode 12, The Threat of Zeon. And that's right on time to finish up on time for today. And we open with our funeral we talked about before, which is being broadcast throughout this episode. Hey, 8th MS Steve, episode 1 happening right now, as like I said before, with our giant Garma head mural at this funeral. He was a great man. Do you guys think Garma believed in empathy? That's a joke that's going to date this podcast. All right, someone take this.
Let's see. Degwin watching a video message from Garma, and then who is it? Cassilia shows up, or it's either Cassilia or Giran. I can't remember.
It's
They're
Cassilia.
like, hey, you kind of actually need to show up at your son's funeral. It's like, but I don't want to. I'm mourning him here. It's like, yeah, but you kind of
have a royal obligation.
So get the fuck out there.
Do you think she's being genuine here?
Yeah.
And telling him to get the fuck up? Yes.
Half and half.
Yeah. She's like, no, you have a job and an obligation. Like, you may not have wanted this state funeral. It may have been Giran, but now that we're having it, you got to go do your part. Also, looks totally different. I prefer her Shredder model from Origins. I don't like this current Castilia look.
She's gonna cover her mouth and look identical soon. This is just her.
She just looks much older. This character model looks way older.
Oh yeah,
she looks like late 30s.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like 27 here. War ages people as well. I mean,
first of all, Zeon women. Sorry.
well, I mean, speaking of war ages people, we get reintroduced to the man himself. Who comes in?
Our boy,
Teddy Roosevelt. Sorry. Ramba.
See Ramba and Hamon again, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it took me until someone named Hama to realize that was Ramba Raw. Yeah.
So last time we saw Ramba, what happened? Anyone remember?
He's like, I'm not participating in your genocide.
He wasn't part of the war, and him and Crowley were wanted people for helping the kids, the Daikun kids escape, which is canon. Yeah. They did do that, which we'll get to later. But they were in kind of bad shape. He was drunk in an abandoned bar, and Crowley was just kind of staying with him. Now he is a commander in the Zeon military. What do you think happened between now and then?
So
just slapped him on the wrist and let him go.
They realized they actually, I don't know, can't throw away probably one of their better generals. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe war experience is really valuable when you start running low on experience because everyone's getting blowed the fuck up.
Yeah,
by like a 14-year-old kid.
Well, I mean, also, like, it's only been 9 months. Things have changed. How old do you think Ramba Ral is here? As I brought up, Ramba Ral is he looks like Teddy Roosevelt. He is a big, burly, manly man, and he brings.
I'll give you late 40s.
Yeah, late 40s, early 50s.
He is the same 40s. Age as you, Tom. He is supposed to be 32 here.
That's not acceptable.
That is not acceptable at all. This is an adult man, but Ramba Ral is 32.
Damn, Tom, you look like that.
No,
I most certainly do not look like a barrel-chested geriatric.
Well,
no offense to Ramba Ral or Teddy.
He is a dude. This is a babe.
Yeah, no, he is a formidable man.
Yeah,
that's a big dude.
My one issue with the origin is they're clearly trying to like show like a wimpier Ramba next to his dad, who and this is the man he grows into, but. I think they should have just had Ramba be this outdoorsy, like Ernest Hemingway type from the beginning.
Honestly, the vibe that character model gives is farm strong.
Yeah.
Like that's a guy who's got like a full honey baked ham for a hand.
Oh yeah. He's got his pauldrons on. He's got his lady on board who has commander like. At least, like, the ability to give orders.
Okay, can we talk about him having his lady on board? Because, like, we know she's with it. We know she can operate.
Yeah.
But 90% of their interaction on board of this ship is pillow talk.
Yeah. Oh,
yes,
what?
It's really uncomfortable.
What? They're flirting? What do you mean? Dude, the entire rest of the crew must be hella uncomfortable. It is
imagine being an enlisted man on that ship.
Having to hear that.
Dear, are you telling us you're gonna
I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
It's so good.
Yeah, and then we get Frau. We go back to White Base. Frau bringing Amuro some more sad work food, and
as he's working on the Gundam's computer.
Yeah, but then he stops and stands up like a robot and goes, I guess I should eat. And then he mechanically stands at this table and like eats. Food in mouth. Chew, 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 chew. New bite. we just hold on him, like staring at a blank white wall, mechanically forcing calories into his body.
Yeah, so
like,
that's
he is cracked. He is
another-
fully cracked at this point.
another
He's
Gundam
gone,
meme.
man.
And she even cut the edges off the sandwich just like he liked it. And he is
Well,
not.
yeah,
tasting
she
that
loves
thing at
him.
all. Yeah.
He's just fuck it. He's in Vietnam.
Dude, that is even 1,000 yards there. That's 1,000,000 miles there, bro.
MICKEYMOUSE. And then we find out that Bright is also cracking because he yells at Kiki and the kids for vacuuming. And I don't know if it's Frau or Sayla, but Sayla is just like, oh no,
Bro, the fuck.
It's
yeah, it's like, hey, maybe
Mirai.
like Mirai. Yeah, it's like, maybe chill the fuck out.
Okay, so
Whoa.
in his, I know I'm the ultimate like bright Noah dig rather here, but in
his defense, he's like a
They come in a
18,
little
17.
he's 19.
He's a teenager leading a bunch of younger children through a war, and they all are depending on him.
And then
like,
these
that's a
loud-
lot of stress. That's
these-
fair.
Man.
And then these
No.
tiny babies that are depending on you to keep them alive
Demon demons.
come in like with a vacuum while you're trying to do tactical shit. I get it, but also maybe chill out.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of a time I was laughing too hard and I got snapped at by Dury like this, Leo, and I remember just feeling bad and I just sat for like 5 minutes. It's like, oh yeah, sometimes when you're being a loud, obnoxious kid, the adults around you just need a second. They don't need you.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That was our woodshop teacher. Good guy, really good guy. But yeah.
But yeah, then Sayla, like the moment Bright is like, all right, I'm finally in my room, I can sit down and relax. Sayla's like, actually, we have the inbound fighters,
can't.
like right now,
Yeah, he
like
gets
a bunch
two-
of them.
He gets
Help.
2 seconds of rest, and then Mirai pops in and is like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
And then Sayla's like, he doesn't have time to be.
Yeah.
Because we're getting attacked.
Brief pop back to the state funeral. Garma's getting a 21 gun salute with like full cannon emplacements. Just wanted to point that out.
They're also
Are we surprised?
inside the cylindrical colony and it's a Zeke colony that's fully cylindrical. So I pray those things. I don't know how the physics works of those dropping, especially with spin gravity. Don't think about it. Somebody may be getting hit with
No.
shells.
Do think about it and think about the decompression event that follows. Unless, I mean, we can go with some kind of like cannon-sized frangible round that would be designed not to puncture the hole of the cylinder. I'm fine with that.
I love
but
this
Cassilia
little
plants a little bit of a thing of like, where's Char?
slow
and-
zoom in on her face.
Yeah, and Mongo's like, oh, I think he went home. And she definitely gives a like, I don't believe that.
The
So,
direct
spy
look
stuff.
into the camera is some like Hunter
Yeah.
Hunter Leorio on God look. It's great.
And then we get classic Bright tactics of, we can't hide, we can't run, let's go in that thunderstorm.
Yeah, so thoughts about Bright Noah as a leader so far, 12 episodes in.
I mean,
Seems like a 19-year-old.
yeah, like he's doing his best, man. He's doing his best.
Yeah, so they're fighting who
But-
they don't know is Ramba, and they go into a cloud, and we get something fascinating from the Zeeks.
Yeah, well, we get it from everybody. Is nobody knows what lightning is except Rombo's. Like, no, I've been here before. I seen it. Ain't no problem. Keep flying, dog.
Yeah, well, they're like, is this some new Federation secret weapon? And
No, Frau says that it's a Zeon weapon. She tells the kids that to calm them down.
yeah, Frau says it, but then the Zeeks also think it because they're
Harlem
from
says
space too, which means that they've never seen thunder. They don't have weather systems like that, at least on side 7 or side 3.
Yeah.
This would get retconned a little bit later because they totally do have weather systems. Like they can just make it rain in the colonies because people need that. But Amuro has his PTSD moment in the thunder, as in contrast to Ramba being completely chill with what thunder is.
Yeah, and then we come back, and for whatever reason, he's just his eyes are all white.
Oh, the meme.
It just Tomino is like, here, you guys have fun with this frame. I know in the future this thing called memes will exist, and you'll really enjoy this frame. So here, his eyes are white.
You'll
now.
love it.
Yeah, there's a t-shirt.
You'll thank me now.
I think I have a t-shirt with Amuro's face like this on it. This is a legendary.
Yeah.
Can be going through DMT, ayahuasca.
Jesus Christ.
I just love him just
That
getting
man is-
absolutely just slapped back to reality.
Fra, what was in that sandwich? I'm zooted, man.
You're right.
Tripping. And then
This helmet, there's something wrong with it. It's suffocating. Nah, man, that's the PTSD.
Were you acting like a 16?
It's the trauma. Yeah, you're acting like a 16-year-old fighting in a war.
I do love the image though of Ryu, the big dude, just dragging him by the wrist.
Yes. It kind of, it's funny. Their whole relationship, Ryu and Amuro, reminds me a lot of when you read about during the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, the relationships between soldiers who had seen combat and who hadn't seen combat, versus people who because you'd have 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds getting deployed, and the guys who had been out fighting the Taliban or whoever were completely different than the same guys of like a few months earlier or even older who hadn't seen combat. Obviously, I'm saying something obvious here, but the fact that Ryu, Bright, and Amuro are all around the same age, with maybe 4 or 5 years between them, give or take, on either end, and they're having this much difference of experience, because Ryu's seen combat like this. He's been fighting this war for 9 months. Amuro hasn't. And I'm sure he probably has had a moment like this, if not Bright has. We're just not seeing it.
But Bright's response to it is, well, hey, he can't even grab the controls. Send him out anyway, man.
He's got it. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, no, he is, because this is a kid show. But
Oh, is
interesting
this a kid's
decision
show
there, bud.
with friggin' Ramba and Haman friggin' all over
Nah,
each
man,
other
our
the way
first
they are.
episode of this run was rated for nudity. This is not a kid show.
But
Like-
they leave the store. Well, they get out of the cloud.
New commercial break.
Yeah. And then Amuro goes out and Electro Whip. Like, let's go.
All right.
Teddy Roosevelt with an Electro Whip. Let's fucking go.
Let's talk about it, because we didn't talk about it last time in detail. We're reintroduced to a machine that we actually saw before. The one.
Oh, yeah. Big old cool blue guy.
The only.
Goof?
The Goof. Who wants
Yup.
to read
Goof.
briefly about the Goof? Because that is Nozaku, my boy. Anyone? Any takers?
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay.
Starting from the top.
Yes, and I'll tell you when to stop.
The MS-07B Goof, mass production combat ground model suit.
Oh, hold a
Produced in
second.
the
Your
anime.
mic's, 1 second. Your mic's cutting out a little bit. Try it one more time, and if not, I'll just take it. Sorry, we're having a little bit of connection issues. It's on my end.
The MS-07B Goof, mass production close quarters combat ground mobile suit. It was introduced in the anime Mobile Suit Gundam, and most well-known pilot is Rumble Raw.
Okay. Technology and combat characters. We'll just glaze through this. We'll skip through this.
The MS-07 Goof designed specifically for Earth-based close combat MS combat. Jesus. It featured much improved mobility with a powerful backpack and leg-mounted thrusters for jet-assisted jumps, based on the YMS-08A high mobility mobile test type. For armaments, it has 5-barrel 75mm machine gun in its left hand and a heat rod, which could be used as a superheated slicing weapon or as a grappling weapon with a powerful electric shock effect.
All right, scoop
It also
down
had
to the goof outclassed.
the goof outclassed the MS-06 Zaku 2 in terms of speed, power, and output, and melee combat ability, but its overall performance was not great enough to be justified by its increased costs. The Goof's production was cut short by the development of a more cost-efficient unit, the more powerful and nimble MS-09 Dom.
All right, we can
Despite
stop
its
there.
very...
Yeah, so this is the goof. You can glaze through the page. Big thing is it basically is, it is no Zaku, but it is a much better machine here. It has the same giant bazooka. It has slightly different iterations and versions of the 120 millimeter machine gun cannons, but it is so much of a technological feat to produce that they just didn't make that many. You saw what's his name, our boy in the 8th MS team, Norris Packard pilot one. They're very cool machines. They just didn't make that many because, like I said, they're way too dang complicated than the good old Zaku. We do, however, get the blessing. Since y'all have finally reached this point, I can show you this. Let me know when everyone can see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Like fire, like sun, you're always number one. Yes. There's buddies, there's pals.
Yeah.
You always seem to work things out. Can't you see you're two of a kind? Looking for every time.
What is this Scooby-Doo nonsense,
Now
Miles?
we'll always stick together.
No, it's Goofy from
Best of friends forever.
Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, so Llama isn't dying for a while, is he? From what I can tell in all these
This is
Now,
Scooby-Doo vibe stuff. Giving me
What the fuck?
Oh, man.
yeah.
That's penis.
So you saw some spoilers for like things that don't matter, but
Oh, man.
part of the joy of this podcast is seeing the memes.
seeing a
So
penis.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's true. That is the
Yes, as many of our global characters.
what was it called? That is the electric whip. So the
Are
heat
you sure
wire.
it's not the heat rod?
Yeah, heat rod. Yeah, close range weapon installed in the right form. The retractable cable delivers a high voltage electrical shock when it comes in contact with an enemy mobile suit, damaging its internal systems and stunning the pilot.
And
Yeah, when
ribbed
it
for her
comes
pleasure.
in contact.
But yeah, quite a machine. Quite a machine. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, Ramba just takes on Amuro with the electric whip while the red shirts go after Gun Tank and Big Man Blastoise. Amuro does
Fuck
pretty
the
well for
names.
himself. He does. I'll give him that. He ditches the shield when it gets wrapped up and goes in for the punch and then a beam saber. But you're no match for an adult with experience, my guy. And eat inside leg kick.
I mean, especially when that is Nozaku, my boy. This is another legendary Gundam meme.
It has more armor, more power. It's completely different. Really? Really? It's completely different. Really?
Don't fucking say. What was your first clue?
But then I don't understand the reasoning, but I'm sure Ramba's got a reason for just
Bouncing.
yeah,
Literally?
just leaving. Just like bye.
He's a very careful fighter. He knows when to retract from combat. So
So here's my other moment that I had to message Miles about of Zeon mechanic. You want me to put what on your ship? You heard me. Big fuck off mirrors. I want you to blind them, all right? Like the size of a mountain big. You're a boss, sir. Like I don't understand this of like blind them while we take off, and then they'll see us when we turn the mirrors off and leave. Like,
Listen, man, these are the
what?
same people that created the DOP.
Really though, that's the answer. That's the answer. Is these are the same guys who created the DOP, and Ramba just wanted big fuck off mirrors on the front of his ship.
How are you gonna tell
And
That's
they
the
weren't going to
answer.
tell him no.
Ramba, Teddy, Roosevelt, roll no? You can't do that. It's
No,
time
you
to
cannot.
get shit done, my boys. But yeah, and we end off our episode here
The Feigen.
after this battle
Yeah.
with the speech. Amuro still shuddered by PTSD. Ramba sitting here drinking a drink with his hot babe. Some guy with black glasses sitting in a bar. I have no clue who this is. Sipping a drink.
Yeah, all right, Sniper King, fuck off.
No, seriously, who is this, guys? I don't know. Yes,
Just
I
a
love
random civilian, no one of consequence.
the fact this man Cassable, this man Char, this man whatever his other name was that you know of right now, just snuck off duty and is just chilling in some Earth bar is crazy. Still wearing shades because apparently he thinks his blue eyes or black eyes or whatever will give away his identity as Zeon Daikun's son. But yeah. And we get one of Cassilia's spies coming up and being like, I know you.
You're that guy that wears sunglasses indoors.
We don't like your kind around here.
This is also, just to end off this episode, the place where the first Gundam movie ends. So yeah. Final thoughts on this batch of episode, boys, and we can get out of here a little early.
I had to change episode 10 in my notes from Garma bags a baddie to Garma fucking dies.
Bro, I'm telling you, I knew that one of them was going to die as soon as they snuck out, and then as soon as Garma was like, when I come back, I'm gonna make everyone know that
Yeah, he's
you're
not
my
coming back.
fiance. It's like, no, you're dead. You're dead. You just made a promise of coming back. You're dead.
Dang.
It was so good, though.
Yeah, honestly, this section I gotta give it up because Char. Like I said, he is what's keeping me going. I love that sassy bitch so much.
He is.
A little bit of carpet bombing.
Well, hey, I think we're good there. So next time, and obviously, Kenny, you know, there is. I'll just tell them right now. There is a long lost Gundam episode. This episode was not only never released in English, but was so, according to Tomino's own words, bad himself, that it has been forbade from any Gundam English release ever in North America or outside of Japan, period, as far as I'm aware. Very few places have it on there, and Crunchyroll, unfortunately, is not one of those places. So we will, for this watch through currently, be skipping over this episode, which would be episode 15. Leo, Tom, you don't have to worry about it. Kenny's just going to be one off. But we are going to resume next time with episodes 13, Coming Home, 14, Be Still, and 15, not Kukuru's Doan's Island for our purposes, 15, Sayla's Agony.
Are we gonna be on 15?
Oh, say again, Kitty?
Are we ever gonna watch the movie on 15, or is that a no?
We're gonna get to that later. You'll understand why when we get to it. But for now,
Okay.
we're skipping the lost episode, Kukuru's Doan's Island, for right now. All right. We'll get dates and that settled later because my schedule's a little silly. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for bearing with my shenanigans earlier in this podcast. And final words, final last Cheers for our buddy Garma. May he rest in peace.
Is
Get wrecked.
One rat down, 3 more to go.
one step closer to the family bucket, boys.
Let's do this. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.